the knowledge of the language is sort of like, in my opinion, it's a sign of respect. You know what I mean? So we do a lot of that. I really love French literature, so I wanted French as much as I can get it in all of our records. I absolutely love some of my favorite philosophers and authors are all French. So I want to learn it as much as I can so I can read the actual works in French, not English translate,
right.
Not English translations. But yeah, we're pretty good, pretty multilingual. We try to be as much as dumb Americans can be. You know what I mean? Sorry, go ahead.
That's cool to hear though, because my second language is French.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I'm always looking for people to talk to about it because I'm like, it's so fun, but it's hard to find.
Yeah, so you could understand the French that was in that?
Yeah.
Good, yeah, that was just like a, well, I'm not even going to tell people what it is. Never mind.
They can figure it out themselves.
Yeah. But it's not just sporadic
right.
randomness, it actually has to do with the song.
Of course, it's got a meaning to it,
yeah, for sure.
behind it as you're listening to it. So how did the idea of Deus Ex Machina come up, mainly the title?
I want to leave some of it to mystery, but I mean, it's a fairly well-known reference in the literary world and in the ancient theatrical world. Without going too deep into the poetic meanings of what it means to us and what it means to the record, it's a Latin term that was coined by Greek playwrights. There was a lot of Greek tragedies back in the day, and a tradition of Greek tragedies is that, or a theme, is that they would get these characters in this just ridiculous mess where nothing could be fixed, and it's just piles and piles and piles of different plots on plots that are all going to hell. And in the end, there was always some sort of deity or an angel or just some sort of miraculous happening that fixed everything. And they called it Deus Ex Machina because the actual crane that they would lower down the angel or the deity or whatever was to fix the problem in the play, at the end of the play, they named the crane the Deus Ex Machina. So they started writing it in that, this, in a literary sense, in a playwright sense, that this is where the Deus Ex Machina is, blah, blah, and that portion of the writing is done in the outline. Long story short, nowadays it's kind of used as kind of a hokey sort of ending, because people want a little bit bigger explanation, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, whether you're talking about real life miracles or not, there's a lot of aspect to that in life, which is why the Greek playwrights and everything knew how to use it to good emotional effect. And that was very long-winded, and I didn't mean to go that far into it. But like I said, with its poetic meanings and how it ties into the record, I'll leave that to everyone else's interpretation. But it absolutely means a lot to us on multiple levels.
Of course. Sorry. So, what's been the best thing about touring besides going to see fans and everything? Is there something you enjoy about touring?
The best thing about touring, besides the ability to perform and everything, is definitely the travel. I mean, even though you're only seeing a city for maybe a day or an afternoon, or you only got an hour or something because you're usually working or doing whatever, traveling the world is the thing that I want to express to the world. I mean, express to people that are interested as one of the most important things to do in life. Traveling to foreign countries and everything, and just anywhere you can, will teach you more about yourself. It'll teach you how to do an interview with buses and everybody. Traveling the world will teach you more about yourself, and more about the other people, more about how to interact with other people, more about culture, more about what's important in politics and morals and this and that. Getting the world's perspective means everything. And that's fine not to travel, and I'm not discouraging anyone from just staying in their hometown or wherever and that kind of stuff. But there's such a broad spectrum of brilliance in this world, and you have to go to it. And, I don't know, from Mark Twain to Teddy Roosevelt to Voltaire, all these men will tell you that the greatest thing of their life was traveling for education purposes and for just real soul searching and freedom. traveling is the best part of my job, other than being able to express art and see people actually, understand it.
Of course. So what did you do prior to being in bands?
Prior to being in bands, I was a school bus driver for a special school district. I was the coolest bus driver ever. And I had a big giant fro, and I looked just like the driver from The Simpsons, Otto.
Nice.
They looked exactly like him. And I worked at different schools with kids and like after-school programs and all that kind of stuff. So
That's a good cause.
yeah, that's what I did. I was interested in being a teacher for a very long time. So and I was a big kid that didn't want to leave 5th grade. That was like the best time of my life, and I just wanted to be back in elementary school so I could be that kid again. And, like